Kurt Beachnau now, and Kurt is the owner of Lymans on the lake at Houghton Lake. And Kurt, we wanted to find out with the way things are, how the fishing's going and what people can actually do.
Well, we didn't see a whole lot of changes as far as how people are fishing. Mostly what we're seeing is people are respecting the social distancing. We're not seeing large groups gather at a time unless they're from the same household. It really is pretty easy, frankly, to maintain social distancing here. We've got about 40,000 acres of water, so it's pretty easy to spread out. Plus the trails. We're not seeing big parties at cabins, so people are being pretty cautious. They're being respectful of other people, but there are a lot of people here, but thankfully we have enough room to spread them out.
Okay, what about the getting out on the lake itself? Are the boat launches open? I know at one time the state launches were closed. What does that look like?
Yep, all of the launches are open. They actually opened them up right after they lifted the motorboat ban. The guys up here, the DNR up here, did a fantastic job. They worked the weekend to get those docks in because the ban came off, I believe it was on a Monday. So they made sure the docks were in time for people, and then they had a little bit of vacation for themselves. So right before they went on a 1-week vacation, they put them in for us.
Okay, now let's get to some really important stuff. How's the fishing?
The fishing has been a little touch and go here. The way the weather patterns have been, we've had warm weather, which of course brings in the crappie, brings in the bluegill, and then it got cold again, and then that chased them out. Where we're finding them, or the guys are finding them now, are in the it's not real heavy in the canals, but they are finding them in the mouths of the canals. They're finding them in the weed beds, the bigger weed beds out here. Like Middle Grounds and Little Round. We're seeing more activity in North Bay than we have in quite a while too. So I think some of them fish have migrated up there, and it's possibly because it's a shallower part of the lake, so it heats up quicker, and that's where they found it. So North Shore has been very good. Mostly bluegill, crappie, bass, and the walleye being caught. It's we're just starting to see some guys picking some of them up on crawler harnesses, and the guys that fish for them from shore, they're picking them up at night, and we've been seeing some pretty decent ones. So if you're fishing from shore, you're going to want to be, it's definitely after sunset, and you're going to want to use crankbaits from shore.
Okay, now you have a lot of other lakes in the area. Are you getting any information in on them?
A little bit. We're hearing a little bit from Higgins Lake. There's some guys that are going after the perch. Haven't heard anything that was real large sizes of perch, but they're catching them in decent numbers. Haven't heard much on lake trout from Higgins. St. Helen, we are hearing that they're doing pretty good on the panfish over there, which, I mean, that's pretty normal for those guys. It's a really good body of water for the panfish.
Okay, well,
and then there are a couple of other lakes too that if you want to get away a little bit more, they're kind of the underused lakes. Like Marl Lake is one of those, and that holds some pretty nice fish, decent numbers. It's just a little harder to get to. And then of course you have Reedsburg Dam in the backwaters there. Hearing some decent numbers on crappie there. We're hearing some pike being caught on the lower part, and it's a nice place to go canoeing and kayaking, because the water level's about higher than typically this time of year. So you really got a lot of space there that you get in with those old stumps and logs, and the only way to get there is with a kayak.
Okay, now your place there on the lake, has it been open then?
Yeah, we are open. We are open. We were able to actually stay open the entire time because we have a liquor license. So that being essential, it was, I will say it was pretty tough the first few weeks of this, as people kind of got an understanding. We don't know what's going on. We don't know how fast it spreads. We don't know how much, we had to do up here. And, so everybody's being extra cautious, and we thought maybe we might shut the doors for a few weeks. We elected to stay open. Again, pretty slow, but once people started to get an understanding of what needed to be done to protect themselves and other people, people got more comfortable with it. And like I said, they were very respectful of other people. And as soon as the weather turned nice and the motorboat ban was lifted, they got pretty busy, and it's been busy. So we're very fortunate.
I just want to tell everybody, if you're up to Houghton Lake, you got great fishing up that way. Stop in the Lymans. You can get all the fishing information you need, plus lures and licenses and anything else you need right there at Lymans. So good place to go up to. Think about getting out there, doing some fishing, and having some fun.
Right, and I do want to point out that the golf courses are open up here. The restaurants and bars are now open. Some of them they have to reduce capacity. However, they have been, clever in needing up more space outside so they can fit more people, but and still maintain social distancing. So, don't forget to stop by our restaurants and bars when you're up here as well, and hit the links.
Well, Kurt, thank you so much for talking to us. We appreciate you taking the time, and we'll be seeing you soon.
You bet.